Every artist's dream is to write a Christmas song that becomes a classic, meaning they can basically retire from the royalties they rake in each December. Plenty of big stars have managed to do this, including Mariah Carey, Michael Bublé, and George Michael. But there are some other songs which get played every year in the festive period by artists who are little known aside from their big Christmas hit. Some have gone on to embark on new careers while others have sadly passed away. Let's take a look at where the singers of Christmas one-hit wonders are now. Get the news you want straight to your inbox. Sign up for a Mirror newsletter. Jona Lewie, Stop the Cavalry. Jona Lewie's Stop the Cavalry has an incredibly catchy chorus, and it peaked at number 3 when it was released in 1980. It was kept off the number 1 spot by 2 reissued John Lennon songs after he had been murdered weeks prior. Initially a standalone single, the song was included on Jonas' album Heart Skips Beat, which was released nearly 2 years later. In an interview for Channel 4's 100 Greatest Christmas Moments, he said the song was never intended as a Christmas hit, and that it was a war protest song. In fact, it was released in the spring in countries including South Africa and New Zealand. Though it has the lyrics "Wish I was at home for Christmas," Jona told The Express that he had no idea it would become such a festive favorite. He said, "It's great to have a single that's up there with White Christmas and Slade's Merry Christmas Everybody that gets played every December. Sometimes I hear it in a shop and I'm like, crikey, that's me." Jona admitted royalties he receives from the song amount to around £120,000 a year, half his total income, according to the Daily Mail. He went on to release several albums and performed in various gigs, but Stop the Cavalry remains his best-known track. He now lives in London with his partner and their son. The Waitresses, Christmas rapping new wave band. The Waitresses were formed in Ohio, and had massive success with Christmas rapping in 1981. The group was led by guitarist-songwriter Chris Butler with lead vocals performed by Patty Donahue. Bass player Tracy Wormworth told The Guardian, "I had no idea how catchy the song would prove to be. It would trip me out if I walked into a chain store and it was playing. I used to say, oh, that's me. I'm proud of Christmas rapping, but I don't do that anymore." The band were together for 6 years before splitting up in 1984. Tracy continued working as a session musician for artists such as the B-52s and Sting. Chris set up his own record label and now works as a musician and producer, and in 1987, he sold his musical gear, including the electric guitar he used to record Christmas rapping, to a Manhattan music store. More than 20 years later, the store's owners told him that the guitar's latest owner, a woman in Belgium, wanted to sell it to someone who could appreciate its significance. Chris got on a plane and repurchased it, though he wasn't convinced it was the same guitar after all. Patty went on to work in recruitment at a record label, but died from lung cancer aged 40 in December 1996. The song was subsequently covered by the Spice Girls in 1998, as the B-side of their single Goodbye, and also on TV show Glee, performed by Brittany, Heather Morris, for their 2011 Christmas special. Michael Andrews and Gary Jules, Mad World. Michael Andrews and Gary Jules had a Christmas #1 in 2003 with their pared-down cover of Tears for Fears song Mad World. The record was released as part of the Jake Gyllenhaal film Donnie Darko's soundtrack. It's still the song the two musicians are best known for, but they have both had a lot of success in music since. Michael is a founding member of the San Diego soul jazz band the Grey Boy All-Stars, where he goes by the moniker Elgang Park. He has also composed scores for films including Bridesmaids and Bad Teacher, and the TV show New Girl. Gary is also still making music and has released several albums and EPs, and has also made music for films including Wish I Was Here in 2014. Leon Jackson. When you believe Leon Jackson was one of the many X Factor winners to land a Christmas #1, earning the coveted spot in 2007 when he was 20. The song was a cover of the original track by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Leon's version became the best-selling single of a male British artist 2007, and the third best-selling single of the year altogether. This set a precedent Leon would struggle to beat, and he only released one album, called Right Now, before being dropped by Simon Cowell's label Psycho. In 2010, Leon was cruelly announced as the second biggest reality TV flop, winning 76% of the 1,300 people polled, losing out to fellow X Factor winner Steve Brookstein. He has vowed never to perform When You Believe again, branding his X Factor success a curse and revealing he is no longer in contact with former mentor Danny Minogue or with Simon. He admitted he felt crushed after finding out through in the newspapers that Simon had dropped him. In recent years, newly bulked up Leon has turned his hand to songwriting, and is credited for writing tracks for a number of artists, most notably writing alongside British artist Vince Kidd on the song Sick Love, released in 2012. He moved to LA but still carries out generous charity work for the Children's Hospice Association in his native Scotland. Do you have a story to share? Email webfeatures@trinitymirror.com.